Welcome back to your home garage, and in this video we're going to cover a spring maintenance checklist that you can easily conduct on your driveway. So let's get started. So firstly, let's start with the interior, and you're going to give the interior a deep clean. Now I'll post a link to my interior spring car cleaning step-by-step video in the description below, so this video becomes a checklist. Now let's check the air conditioner, as this is rarely used in the winter. And what we're checking for is to make sure that the tepid air isn't just dribbling out. If the AC is weak, it could mean a loose drive belt, a clogged condenser, or perhaps even a leak. But it might also be the lack of refrigerant. A blown AC can be a major and costly repair. But if it's worth the price, do it before the summer swelter arrives. Now let's go to the exterior. And start with washing your car. This step is more than just about looking good. A good cleaning will reveal minor dings and chips in the paint, which are magnets and costly for all-consuming rust. A good wash will include all the door jambs, engine bay, and the undercarriage. And in the description below, I will include easy tutorial links to each one of those videos. Now we're going to want to patch all the chip paint. So clean the grime, prep the surface, and apply the recommended paint over the chips. Let it dry completely and repeat if you can still see through the first coat. Your wiper blades also play an extremely important role in increasing your visibility. Replace them every 6 months or when cracked, torn, cut, streaking, or chattering. And if you're not sure how to change them, just click one of the links below in the description. Now let's check your tires, and your tires are the only point of contact between you and the road, so it's really important that you take care of them. Start with checking the pressure of all your tires, including the spare, monthly, and maintain the optimal pressure recommended in your owner's manual. Check the tread for uneven or irregular wear and for cuts or bruises on the sidewalls. Rotate your tires on a regular basis and replace them if they're worn or damaged. And if you have your winter tires on, make sure you swap them with your summers. And if you're interested, there is a link in the description below on how to check your tire pressure along with the tire change process. You're also going to want to inspect and fix your windshield. In cities where sand and rocks are used on icy roads, motorists often end up with chips and cracks in their windshield. Although these may not seem like a big deal, any damage to your windshield can decrease the overall effectiveness of airbags, seat belts, roof stability, and your personal safety in the event of an accident. If your windshield has a crack, it's important to have it repaired or replaced immediately. Checking your headlights. So check all your exterior and interior lights to identify any problem. And if your headlights are not the greatest quality, I'll include a link in the description below on how to restore your headlights. So perform a quick check on your turn signal bulbs, brake lights, marker lights or hazards, daytime running lights, and on your headlights, both the low beam and high beam. And let's move under the hood now. Changing your oil and oil filter at the intervals recommended in your vehicle's owner's manual is one of the best ways to keep your engine running trouble-free. Neglecting to replace the engine oil can result in poor engine performance, high fuel consumption, and even severe engine damage. And also make sure you check the other fluids. Check your power steering, brake fluid, clutch or transmission fluid, windshield washer fluid, and coolant. If the levels are low, top them up and flush or replace them as recommended. Keep in mind that your power steering, brake, and coolant systems are closed, so low fluid levels may indicate a leak, and once again, links in the description below. Checking your charging system is also incredibly important. Cold temperatures can do a number on your battery, so now is a good time to have it tested. You should also check to make sure that your battery is securely mounted and that the connections are clean, tight, and corrosion-free. If your battery is more than 5 years old, you really should consider having it replaced. And another link is in the description below on how to check your battery with a multimeter. Check hoses and belts. A belt that fails can affect the electrical system, air conditioning, and power steering, as well as the cooling system. Cooling system hoses may be deteriorating from within, so old hoses and clamps that appear to be in marginal condition may need to be replaced. Cold temperatures can harden or damage the rubber, so it's important to check the belts and hoses for damage. So you're checking for hardening, softening, leaking, cracks, blistering, or any visible damage. And check the belts for looseness, cracks, fraying, or glazing. And if you have to replace one of the belts, you may also have to replace the tensioner or pulleys just to keep the belt from slipping. Also check your filters. Your car has a number of air filters that are important for its longevity, and those should be replaced regularly. So check your engine air filter and your cabin air filter. And I also have links in the description below. Let's check out some components under the vehicle. Spring is a good time to check the entire brake system, including brake lines, rotors, and drums. Check the shocks or struts for signs of physical damage, such as leaking, rusting, or dents. Also be aware of the warning signs that you may need them replaced, such as the vehicle rolls or sways on turns, front end dives when braking, rear end squats when accelerating, vehicle sits lower in the front or the rear, a loss of directional control during sudden stops, and the vehicle bounces or slides sideways on a winding road or a rough road. If you notice any fluid puddles or stains under your vehicle, it's a good idea to have it inspected. There are a number of fluids that can leak from the vehicle, including antifreeze, coolant, battery acid, brake fluid, gasoline, engine oil, gear oil, power steering fluid, shock and strut fluid, transmission fluid, and windshield washer fluid. And there you have it, a list of the most common things that you can easily check yourself to better prepare your vehicle for the spring. And make sure you help to keep this channel going by hitting that like button, of course sharing this video with a friend, and please comment below as I reply to all, and don't forget to subscribe. And we'll see you next time on Your Home Garage.